so today we're looking at ZipGrade, continuation or completion of what we started during the physical training. So I know most teachers already installed it, and you saw the tests case we used for hybrid grading, where you use tech and paper or tech and manual to actually grade your students. So once you set it up on your phone, you can actually do it manual. You can do it basically with your students, but you still need the online version to set it up properly and get more out of the ZipGrade. So after that, we're looking at creating enhanced content with Notebook LM. So that will be what we're dealing with today. I'll quickly share my screen so that you see what it looks like. So the website, I will just copy and paste it, ZipGrade.com. ZipGrade.com. Okay. Thank you so much, Salam Ajiromo, for the greetings. Good morning. I'll share the link on the chat so you can check it out. So I'll share my screen now so that you can. Please allow me share my screen. Okay. Okay. The host, BF host, please allow me share my screen. ZipGrade, like we said, it's a hybrid platform. It means even if you don't have a whiteboard in your school or you don't have projector, you can quickly assess your students after teaching them, even if you don't have a CBT system in place. That is why it's a very powerful tool. It's like even a school that's, as far as a teacher just has a phone, even a school that doesn't have electricity, right? Even if you don't have electricity in your classroom, right, you can use ZipGrade. As far as you as a teacher, you have a smartphone, which I believe all the teachers that attended the program and on this call, they have a smartphone. So just your basic smart Android phone can use ZipGrade to access your student. The next thing you should do is simply with your phone, you can go to the browser, the website we just shared on the chat. Go to the browser of ZipGrade, set up and print out. So you can print out to your phone, but you just need to maybe go to a business center where they print out, and they'll print out the sheet, the answer sheet for your students. They print it out and you can set it. I'll show you how to set it up so that you don't just, it's very small, and if it's occupying just one page of an A4 paper, it's going to be a waste. So you can actually set it up so that it's 4-in-1, right? So you have 4 of those sheets in one. So even if you have 50 students, just need to print out just a few pages and cut it with your student's name showing on each of the answer sheets. So it's like what we used to do in JAM then, where you answer, you bubble and send it. Now it's faster. It's faster than JAM, right? Though JAM is CBT now, but at least it's faster in the sense that you can assess your students' understanding after teaching immediately and get should they see their score, and you see it from the ZipGrade, it can actually take a screenshot of the student responses, which you can print out later on, or use it as a score sheet and just write on the students' paper, right, their score, and they see the answer keys on the board, which you have written after they have finished answering their question or taking a test or assessment, and automatically within 5-10 minutes, no matter how large your student is, you can quickly access them and get the understanding without them taking the CBT, without you being in a computer lab for CBT test. So that's why ZipGrade is very powerful and very helpful tool you can use at any point in time for hybrid, call it hybrid assessment. CBT is mostly digital assessment. The normal assessment we have is your exam where students write and you mark, which is manual, right? So ZipGrade is a combination of both hybrid and hybrid in the sense that the students use paper for taking. You might have written the questions on the board or projected it on the board. Even if you don't have a projector, you can write it on the board or print it out somehow for your students to see it on the board. And they just have their bubble sheets, the paper sheet where they bubble the answers, OBJ, A, B, C, D, right? And once that is done, all you just need to do is take your phone and snap or ZipGrade snaps and record immediately what the students score. And you can see their score immediately. If once any of the sheet you snap, you can see the score and you can write it on the student paper immediately or later. So that makes a lot of sense for you to assess your students and give them responses or see where you can provide intervention. That's the essence of the quick assessment. Intervention plans becomes easier and much more effective because when you don't provide responses after teaching or your students don't know where they are after your teaching, it's difficult at the end when you are doing summative assessment towards exam or towards terminal examinations where they don't, that's where they know they don't know what they have taught, or there are learning gaps in between. So very helpful to use ZipGrade, especially when we're talking about our public schools where teachers. Okay, I'll just post it again. I'll post the link again so that you can see it. I hope you can see the link on the chat, zipgrade.com, zipgrade.com. So it's a direct website. I think, BF, I think I can go ahead with the projection, with share my screen, right?
Yes,
with the number we have. Okay. So quickly, you can see my screen, right? You can see my screen, right?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So quickly, these the websites. Good. Thank you for the response. This website, zipgrade.com. You just sign up. The way you sign up, right? You can say I signed up with my Gmail, so it's easy site to sign up with. It's free for 100 assessments. So if you have 100 students, or I believe maybe less, you can assess the first 100 students, but it allows you pay maybe $7 a year. So it's a very cheap portal. Allows you pay $7 a year for using the platform. So once you sign up, you go to quizzes. You see, remember with how I set up the CPM TSSD's platform, right? So you can see what it looks like. You can see the names of teachers that took the test. You can see the names of teachers that took the test. Okay, we'll just look at, you see the answer key, ABC. We'll just get an overview of it. So you can download the paper strip for each paper or answer key or the entire responses from these names here, which we assessed that day. The CSV is the Excel file format, and you have the Excel. You also have the score, number of papers, 12, number of questions. This is based on what we did on the physical session. Possible points, minimum score, maximum. So you see, this is like the maths of what we did that day. So this is the maths of everything. The analysis, primary keys, it shows correct, those who got it correct and all that, responses. It gives you analytics, and which is very useful for every teacher. You get to see the analytics of those questions that were right or student got right, and those that student got wrong. And you see the percentages, everything. You can see it, the analysis here. Quite useful for you as a teacher. Then you see the analysis graph. Statistic teachers will love this. Teachers who teach who use statistics will love this. So you see the analysis, the ID of the students, which are the teachers, the score, the overall, and all that. So it shows with time, if you use the platform, automatically to give you a good distribution and statistical data of your students' progress over a period of time using the platform. So that's these are the. So we'll go to class. You can set it up. You can set up a new quiz. Name of quiz. That's how to set up a new quiz if you want to create an assessment for your student. Mind you, you have to do it before that day, right? You have to do it before that day, like what you saw me do. So you can set it up, and maybe over a term, you know what you're going to teach for the term. So you just set up the assessment over time so that you just quickly use it before that time. So every month it's 100. I think, okay, it's monthly. Every month you get 100 assessment. Every month you get 100 assessment. Free assessment. Once you exhaust it, you wait for the next month. So that's how it works. But you can get free assessment you can pay for $7 and you get entire year. So you type the name, okay, this was the digital ecosystem name you saw here. You type the name of the assessment, maybe math second term, or the topic, based on the topic, the answer sheet. Now the answer sheet is a number of questions that will be generated per sheet, right? They have specific answer sheets. I think somebody was asking me if they have in between. There is no in between. The answer sheet is either, it's either 20, 50, or 100 questions, right? So basically for quick summative assessment, use 20. You can have less, but you have to customize it later. I'll show you how to customize it. So the standard is 20 questions from 50 questions from. Now this answer sheet is for the ones you print for the students, that small paper you print for the students for them. So how many questions will appear in that answer sheet is what is this all about. So if you select 20, it means 20 questions answer spaces will be shown in that paper. So you can select 20, 50, depending on all what you want. You select the dates it will be taken or created, and then you can create a folder. You can also make it, if you want it online for the student, you can make it online. Then you can select, you would have created your classes. I'll show you how to create classes under classes here. And you can select a class and tag and save, right? So I'm not going to be creating a new one here since we're not going to be doing it physically. So you go to classes. This is how to create a class. You add a class. You just type the name grade. I think the class should even be the first thing you create so that you see it under quizzes when you're creating a new quiz. So maybe grade 12. So if I create a class now, okay, good. I'll see it here, right? Under classes, I'll see it here. So you have, this is the class I created for our physical session. So you have all these other classes. Now, Then when you're creating, you go back to your quiz, you create your class first so that when you create a quiz, you'll be able to see your class here. Where is it? Okay, you'll be able to see your class here and select it. So you are creating a quiz for this class. So you can select the same quiz for multiple classes. Depends on what you want or what you are preparing for. So if you're a teacher that teach maybe different grades, you can select and do that and click save. Then the quiz will be created. Now, if you go back to your class, okay, I think folders, you can create new folders. Let me just go through it. Under quizzes, you can create new folders, meaning every class has a specific folder, a folder like you want to compile several quizzes inside one folder or different folders. So you can create new folder so that your class will have special folders for them. Okay, under class, once you under the grade, you see student roster edits. This is the online setup, right? So these are previous students from this class I set up for our physical session. Now you can also add tags. Tags are like you created a class and you want the topic to be hashtagged so that you can easily sort it out when you are looking for specific quizzes. So you can archive your class and all that. What else? Okay. Okay. So we just created grade 12. Okay. We just created grade 12. And there are no students there, right? So you can edit student roster, you can add tags, you can archive, and you can go to student portal, right? So what else? Okay, now you go to students. Under the menu, you go to students. You can see different students you have added. You can actually import students. It's easier. Now, if you used your phone on the Android app to add your student's name, automatically you don't need to do this again. The students will just populate here. So that's why sometimes when you do it in your phone, quickly you add your student's name. You can, if you go to your Android app for ZipGrade, you can add your student from your phone. Now, when your phone is offline, you can still do it, but when it gets online, it will sync with this online portal which you just created or which you signed up, and you see the names of your students. So you don't need to add your students manually, right? So now this student ID, it will generate automatically, but every school, every student have what they call it, a number, right? A registration number or admission number, which they use throughout their stay in that school, right? So automatically you can do it manually, but if you have done it on your phone, you don't need to do it manually again because you have already added the same form. You see the student ID, name, first name, surname, class. You select the class, right? And you save the student. So automatically it's easier. If you have done it on the phone, it will just populate. These are the names I just did manually for our training, right? And it will generate access codes. This access code is when your students want to take ZipGrade online, right? Not manually. So we might not go through that because it's since your most of your students you want to physically address their uh assessment need, so we might not use the access code for the online portal. So you can edit it too. You can edit each student, and you can also delete, but we're not deleting. Now, for the students that took a quiz, you can see their quizzes here, right? You can see their quizzes, what it looks like in terms of the analytics. Okay, this wasn't graded, right? Let me see. Uh, let me see if I can. Okay. Okay. So I'll let me not use let me see any other person there. Okay. So you see the student's name. Once you click on you see the student's name, their graded paper. If you have graded over time, you see their scores there, the timestamps, the time and all that. So if you click on this, you see their physically graded paper. You see it with their ID and all that. So you can actually analyze this. You can export it as PDF. You can delete it, edit it, whatever you want to do with that at that point in time. So if you have graded the same students or the same number of students in the same class over a period of time, you see the analytics here. Every time you grade them, each of that students, the analytics will show there on that subject, which is maths. So what else? If you are editing the access code, it means you want to change the student ID. So if you have, maybe you made a mistake in the student ID, you can actually edit it. You can, okay, students. Okay, that's, now we'll go to answer sheets, which is where you want to print out the answer sheet as papers. This is the answer sheet. This is what it looks like. You see it. Now it's in just one page, which is a waste. So you can make it, when you want to customize it, you can make it manually, where it's 4-in-1 paper. I think that's the max, 4-in-1. So 20 questions. This is what 20 questions look like, where your students bubble each, you see 20, 10, that's 20. Then you have the, where is it? 50. This is a 50. You have the 50 answer sheet, question answer sheets. So where students, you print out and they bubble, then you have the 100 question form. Right? So this is suitable for, like, it looks like terminal exam, like the JAM, or what JAM used to look like then. Now you see the details of each of them. You can now print them as PDF. You can download them as PDF, 20, 50, 100. You can download them as PDF or download them as an image, PNG image. Now, if you want to customize it, that's where this comes in play. Custom answer sheet wizard. Custom answer sheet wizard. Now, this is the standard 20, 50, 100. Now, in between, you want 30 questions, just 10 questions. Like we did 10 questions, right? That was customized. It wasn't 20 question answer sheet. It was 10 questions. So you just click on customize and you create new answer sheet here. Now, let's read here. If you are not seeing your published forms in your mobile app, please click for more info. So if you are using Android device, you can download quickly. You can download for Android. You can look for Android and see why it's the option is not working on your phone. If you are using iPhone, you also go for iOS. What else? Okay, create new answer sheet. Look at the previous one I've created. Now, once you create an answer sheet, you see this option, 1 per page. 1 per page is always good for 100 questions, or maybe, 100 questions. 2 per page is good for 50 questions. 4 per page is good for 20 questions or less, right? So you can, if you have 100 question answer for your students and you click 4 per page, it will be so small, your students will start making mistakes when they are bubbling it physically, right? So like you have 100 questions, which is a large amount of questions you have given your students, is better you just use 1 per page. But if it's 20 or less, you can use 4 per page. If it's 50, you can use 2. So that's how you select. These are the ones we have done before. You can also get the PNG version of that. Let me see what it looks like. Okay, this is the image version of it, right? So this is for the ones I've created before. Normally you see student ID because this is customized. That's why you see teacher ID and created. You can share it, you can delete it, whatever. So let's go to create new answer sheet. Name of answer sheet, maybe math trig, right? Trig. You go to next. Now what do you want to? Well, okay, let me show you. I'll show you side by side so that you see what it looks like. Okay, this is what is requesting. Name under the answer sheet. What do you want to see there? You want to see name. You want to see the name of the student. You want to see the quiz. You want to see the class. If so, you can uncheck if you don't want to see it. You can check it. You can add extra. You can add extra information. Maybe you want to see what they call it. Age. You want to see age. You can add. You want to see what they call it, gender. You want to see gender, depending. So you can. So it will now populate once you create this. It will now populate here. Okay, let's say I want to put more gender, age, gender, and maybe school. Maybe it's a common entrance or a terminal exam or a session where different schools write mock exams. I think there's something like that. Yes. So you can decide the size, how you want it small. That's this size, the size of this width, this box. Now you want it small, or you want it for name. It's always good to be large. For quiz, you can maybe small, class, small, age, small, gender, small, school, large, so that it can show here, right? It can show here. So this is me creating every information that needs to be on that answer sheet, all the details. So next. Okay. So number of student digits means ID. Know some IDs, what they call it. Some IDs, 5 digits registration number, some 4, some 6, depending. So you can decide, some 2, some 1, depending. So you can decide. Maybe we use 4, right? 4. Now, student ID session. Here you have teacher ID. So you can customize it to say Lagos ID, whatever. Lagos school ID. Okay, let's just use that. So that will show here. And include key session, right? Key session. So you want key session, if it's ABCD or ABCDEF, that's for the option, the key options, or you just want it ABC, right? So the label, this is the label, right? You can select, okay, choose option, right? So this is just customizing what student will see in the paper, right? So this is just giving you the power to customize. Next, choose one option. Choose one option. Okay, let's use that. Next. Okay, so add multiple choice. Now this gives you the power as a teacher to decide if you want it to be multiple choice questions, ABC, or multiple choice question with altering answer or labels, right? So if you do choose this option, like the option we choose, it was just add multiple choice questions. Now, if it's add multiple choice questions with altering answer labels, it means student A correct answer will be the same with student B correct answer, but with different maybe student A is the answer is A, student B, the answer will be B, but it's the same answer, but it will alter it. You know, this randomizing options. So you can choose add verbatos label, numeric entry, or what they call it, short response. So depending on what you are, I will not go into details with it because it's might be complicated for this call. So it's what you see practically. So we just choose this. You can say no need for internal or external label, just talks about where these options shows. Right? Internal label means A will be inside the circle, like you see now. A will be inside the circle. That's internal labeling of this. If you select external label, it means A will be here on top of the circle, right? So it depends on it's more like visibility kind of customization. So if it's externally, A will appear on top of the A, B, C, D will appear on top of the circles. If it's internal label, A, B, C, D will appear inside the circle. So it's just customization. So you can select labels A, B, C, which we chose formally. Number of questions, good. You select 10. You select you select depending. If you have 1 to 100, so this is where you select in between 13 or 15 questions, depending on the number of questions. We select 5. Or yeah, let's just select 5. Then you add questions. Okay, so you see, this is a preview. This is what the preview looks like. Now you see the label. If you are not good with it, you can remove it. You can remove selected labels. You can remove selected labels. So you can see name, quiz, class, age, gender, school, Lagos State ID, choose one option, and blah, blah, blah. So when you are trying to scan, make sure your camera on your phone matches with this box here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this box is how it aligns to capture or capture the paper you're holding on your phone and also take grades. So it's an alignment thing. This box is here. So make sure your camera aligns with these boxes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? So if you are good, let's just go with it. Publish. Okay. Now it's telling you, where is it? Oh, are you sure you want to publish this form? Once published, no further changes can be made. So be careful that you are good with whatever result you are seeing here. So you click OK. So good, it has created it, math trig and that. So you can have 2 page per form, 1 page per form. You can add additional forms. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, I've downloaded it. So that's what you print and cut out for your students. You can see. That's what you print and cut out for your students. So that's it. Share form. If you're sharing it, it has a code. Now, if your students are going to take it online, right? They want to take it online. And what else? What else? What else? What else? Okay. This is the PNG version. That's the image version. Okay, so this is what it looks like. You can see all the details we added. which wasn't even in our own when we did our physical. It wasn't in there, but I just showed you how to expand it. So you can create more and all that. So go to answer sheets and okay, customize, sharing. What else? Okay, under sharing, you can delete, depending, you can delete if you are not using. You can review, share data, and these your account details. So that's it for setting up your ZipGrade. And you can see details of your students. You can see details of your students or question sheet here. Look at it. Okay, I'll go back to classes, right? And now you can see because grade 9 is not active here because I've not actually created a quiz for them. I've not created a quiz for them. I just created a class, no quiz. So once you create a quiz, you see it here. Grade 12, I mean. Okay. Now, once you create the quiz, you can now come here to 4 per page. So that's where it looks something like this. You see it. So this is 10 questions per sheet. So you just cut it. Once you print out, you cut it and give to each student. You see their names. Where is it? You see their names written here. So these are the teachers for the physical session. So see their names written there. You see. So this saves you paper when you cut it and share it. It's neat and decent, and every student can quickly have access. So you can 2 per page, 1 per page. Well, I told you 1 per page is for 100 questions. 2 per page is maybe like 50 questions, but less than 100 questions, less than 100. Then 4 per page is less than 20 question answer sheet pack. So you can select name of, if you are trying to sort it out, you can select it there. So that's quickly what we do with ZipGrade Online. And you print it out and give to your students. And once you scan with your phone, automatically you can, once you scan with your phone, automatically you can get it scored, and it will sync. It will sync here, right? It will sync with your progress. Once you check your quiz, under quiz, you just check the class. You can select the class and you see the details here, score distribution, everything. You can download it as PDF, CSV, Excel. See the names of students that took the quiz and their score distribution. So for statistics teachers, this will be very useful to you to analyze your students' formative assessment and also know how to go about with your intervention plans when it comes with your table of specification, especially for this key score distribution. The questions they got wrong, maybe you need to improve on the learning on those questions, and the questions they got right, and you have done well with those topics or with those areas for your students. So I'll quickly go to Notebook LM. Because of time, I'll quickly go to Notebook LM. Done with ZipGrade. I'll quickly go to Notebook LM. This Notebook LM, I'll share it on, where is it? I'll share the link. I'll share Notebook LM on, I've shared it, notebooklm.google.com. So it's a straightforward website, notebooklm.google.com. So I've shared it on the chat, right? So Notebook LM, the good, please, I'll answer your question. I'll take your questions after the session, right? Please, Yonda, Yesunde, please. I'll take your questions. Now I just want to go through it so that we'll take questions at once, right? So just note your question down. So notebooklm.google.com is a platform, it's Google AI platform for creating enhanced content, right? Enhanced content, meaning you can just have your mass lesson notes like this. I'll just share the one Mr. Godwin Igbinedion shared, right? Created from Lesson Alchemy. He created this from Lesson Alchemy, right? So these angles of elevation and depression. We can see what he was able to create with Lesson Alchemy, right? So like it also works. You can export it as what they call it as PowerPoint page, PowerPoint slides with scenarios and all that. Okay. So once you are in Notebook Notebook LM, you click on create, it generates, it brings out this first page or this dialog box. What you do with this? You can upload your file. You can go to YouTube website and you want analysis or you want to enhance the content. Well, when we talk about enhancing content, means you can create multimedia files from that content. So from this, what they call it, from this lesson of angle of elevation and depression, we can create podcasts where two people are discussing about that to help students understand the context, or videos or mind maps, anything. So we'll just see what we can create so far. So since it's a PDF, if you have a YouTube video you have created, you can just add it there. You can also go to your Google Drive if it was uploaded on your Google Drive and get it extracted into Notebook LM. You can also copy and paste the text. So let me just say, okay. So I've dragged Mr. Benedion's angle of elevation and depression lesson PDF, right? So what can we do? To analyze it, to summarize it, and get the context of it. The educational material allows the fundamental concept of trigonometry specifically regarding angles of elevation and depression. Blah, blah, blah. It goes on like that. It gives you other options. If you want further discussion, maybe you want to type a prompt on it, you can type a prompt and enhance the discussion, but we are not trying to do that at the moment. So come here to the studio part on the right hand side of your Notebook LM. Come here to the studio part. You can now create an audio overview of it. You can create a slide deck. That's a Google slide of it. You can create a video overview of it, right? You can create a video overview. Now, if you click on the video overview, this is a new function. You want to select the kind of video you create, the language you want it. I hope there's no Nigerian language. Anyway, this will help if you are teaching foreign language. You want it to be an explainer format or brief and explainer. So depending on type of video you want to create from this PDF of angle of elevation and depression, right? Okay. You want to customize the video style. You want it to be You want it to be an anime video, watercolor video, whiteboard video, heritage video. Now, those of teachers that were able to create with Adobe Express, that's your cartoon video. So this is like the next level for it, right? This is like the next level for it. So that was your voice and your face. This will now be much more detailed video so it depends on the kind of video. Let's say a whiteboard video, right? A whiteboard video, and you click generate. Mind map, you can create a mind map for it. Now, everything you're generating is showing here. You can see it's showing here. You can create a report. Maybe a report, you want the topic to become a blog or a student's guide with short quizzes or brief documents. You can select or technical reference manual, depending. You have different content you can create from just one PDF lesson note you uploaded. Flashcard, you can create flashcard. You can create quizzes, short quizzes that you can use to test students. You can create a data table and also maybe an infograph, right? So these, you can see things generating here, right? So let's look at the one. This is completed. I think this is the mind map. Let's see what the mind map looks like. So this is the mind map, right? Concept, it breaks down the concept. So you can see how students learn each of the concepts, right? Okay. Okay. So that's the mind map of that lesson. You want to see a report or a flashcard. Let's see a flashcard. Oh, let me not over. Okay. So rather than clicking this again, to avoid it repeating that same process of generating it again. So you just go to where it's already generated, completed versions and check it out. So this is a flashcard. This is a flashcard that was generated, right? Okay. So that's a flashcard that was generated. Now, whatever is generated, you click on these three dots here for more. So you can see what you can do with that particular extra content generated. You can rename it, you can share it, you can delete it. So each of them has their whatever you can do. Like for this mind map, you can only delete it. You can't share it. What else? Okay, we have two flashcards. So rather than having two, I'll just delete one. And we don't need too many flashcards. So you can see the what they call it, the processing is still loading for video, infograph, and slide deck and audio audio overview. Okay, so you can add notes. You can add notes. AI powered personal notebook, right? AI powered personal notebook for the teacher. So you can delete the notes. Okay, you can use the web to research further about that topic. Maybe you want more details for an age group, those kind of, you want to teach certain students who are having issues, maybe special needs students, and you can add further research to customize that lesson for those group of students. That is, you are differentiating your instruction. Okay, we have this done. This is what? Okay, you can share, you can rename, download, share. So this is it's still loading. This is the infograph. Yes, this is the infograph. Correct. This is the infograph of that lesson. That's a general overview, image general overview of that lesson, which is very good. You can use it as a what they call it, class wall decoration for that topic. If you maybe want to print it on a big cardboard and give students and all that. So that's it. You can rename, download, share. You download, it goes to your device. Download, it goes to your device. Okay. As an image, high quality PNG image. It's quite big, 5 megabytes. While you're still doing that, okay. So this is what your infograph looks like, high quality. You can see overview of that lesson. What else? Audio overview. Okay. Audio overview is ready. So let's see what it sounds like.
I want you to imagine standing right at the base of a towering skyscraper.
Okay, yeah.
Or maybe you're at the peak of a mountain.
Can you hear it? Can you hear the sound? The overview, audio overview. Can you hear it?
Actually, sheer scale.
Yes, sir, we can hear it.
Okay,
Yes, sir,
okay.
we can hear it.
So you can see
Can hear it,
it's
sir.
okay. Thank you
Can
for
hear
the
it, sir.
response.
You can hear it.
Okay, it's almost like 13 minutes for that overview. So it's like a podcast audio overview, which you can play in class if you have a speaker, or you can share online with your students, or whatever you want to do with it to enhance it. So you can download and play back. Now, the good thing with the audio overview, the good thing and the most powerful thing with it is while he's talking, you can click interactive, right? You can click it. Once you click interactive while it's playing.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we are digging into a really fascinating source.
And once you click interactive, talk to the AI and it will answer your question within that audio overview. So let's see what it looks like. So it's like a radio station talking, people call in to ask questions and they pause and they answer the questions or they interact. So this is what it looks like. Where you click on the interactive on your audio audio overview, and you ask questions or you make a comment and they pause and talk about what you just asked or commented about. Let's see. It takes time a bit. You can download the audio overview. So it's going to create a session where I can ask questions during the audio overview, which you can already download. You can see you can download it here. And it will answer the questions along the way. So it's kind of interactive. It's a kind of interactive feature on Notebook. Let's see if it doesn't come up within a few seconds. It takes time to analyze. I think the longer the audio that was generated previously, the more time it takes for you to get into the interactive session. Okay, still loading. Okay, I'll just go back and see what has been created. So this is the slideshow that was created. You can play the slideshow. You can download it as PowerPoint, as PDF. So you see the high quality slides that has been created on angle of elevation and depression, an explanation and guide for the teacher to what else? What else? Okay, so for the slide, you can play the slideshow. You can download it as PDF, as PowerPoint. You can rename it. You can revise it and maybe add more information or delete it, whatever suits you. Okay, the video is ready. For the video, you can rename, download, share with your students. So let's see what the video looks like. So this is the video.
Giant skyscraper or maybe a mountain way off in the distance, and just think, how on earth did they measure that? Well, today, they're going to pull back the curtain and see what's actually that line of sight.
Okay, so this is a video that was created.
Flat line sight. That's it. That's the angle of elevation. And the angle of depression, it's just the opposite. Imagine you're standing on a balcony, looking straight out at the horizon again. You look down at a car on the street below. It's just made between that flat line and
So this is like you saw the selection. We made a video of a whiteboard video. So this is a whiteboard kind of video.
Actual, first, like directors. Well, for that, we need to bring in the.
So this is a way of creating visual content, which we discussed. and engaging your students. Let me see if I can get into the interactive mode again so that we'll go straight to questions. This might be taking time. But so these are just basic things you can do with Google Notebook LM, enhancing your content, right? You can do more, but for the sake of brevity and so that you can go ahead and exploit, like you remember, you had to download Google Notebook LM on Android, so you can still do the same thing on your phone. Just using my laptop, and you can do more with your laptop, but you can still do most of these basic things on your phone. Okay. I might not wait for that. So these are the contents that has been generated from just these 2 pages. You can see you can generate like 8 contents. You can audio overview, a slide deck, that's like a slideshow, a video overview, a mind map. You can create a report, and you can also create flashcards, quizzes, infograph, what have you. So if you create a report, you can create study guides for students and all that. You can create quizzes, and you can create a data table. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, hopefully 10 contents that you can generate from just this PDF. So that's enhanced content for you as a teacher, which your students can explore, no matter how slow or non-responsive that student is. Before you generate all this content and they learn with all the content, automatically it must click, that topic must click with them, that they must at least get a hands-on on what you, the teacher, is trying to pass, the message you're trying to pass to them in maths, right? So this very intuitive for any teacher to these details of that topic. So very intuitive. Any teacher can use it to enhance their content and drive home their message. And no matter how difficult learning is for any student, before they get the overview of audio overview, the video, the mind map, the flashcard, at least they will get a grips on it. Now, the share button is good, like you created on a Edredo, or you are in Google Classroom, you can quickly share it. Once it generates the link, you click on the link, you can share with welcome notes. You can add people manually by adding or you just copy the link. Just copy the link. You can show restriction anyone with the link, or you want it to be public, depending. You copy it and you paste it in Google Classroom or Edredo, and students will get it. I think Google Notebook LM connects directly with, because it's a Google product, it connects directly with Google Classroom. But Edredo, you can just copy the link. So you look for the ones that have link, copy the link, or you download it and upload on your platform. So that's it for our webinar today. So we'll go straight to questions.